12 things. That's what I'm giving you today. 12 things a Filipina does before things get intimate with you. And I promise you, foreigner, at least 9 of these are going to catch you completely off guard. Because what you think is happening in her head and what is actually happening in her head are two very different movies. You're watching one story, she's living another one entirely. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly which one is real. Hi, I'm Marian. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time if this is your first video with me. I talk straight, no sugarcoating about Filipinas attraction and everything that happens between a Filipina and a foreign man that nobody else is brave enough to explain to you. Today we're going deep into the lead up, the moments before, the things she does that you probably read as nothing, when really they mean everything. If you enjoy watching my videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video in the future. Thanks! Okay, come sit down, get comfortable, because some of these are going to make you laugh, and some of these are going to make you go back through old messages, wondering what you missed. Number one, she tests you with delay. Before anything physical ever happens, a Filipina will slow things down on purpose. Not because she's not interested, because she's watching how you behave when you don't get what you want right away. You message her, you're eager, maybe a little too eager, and she takes hours to reply, sometimes a whole day. Some of you panic. You think she's losing interest, so you send a second message, then a third, and now you look desperate instead of confident. Wrong move. She's checking if your interest was ever really about her or if it was about the chase. A man who gets cold and distant during that delay just failed the test. A man who stays warm, a little patient, a little playful, teasing her a bit about being busy. He passes without even knowing he was being graded. This isn't a game meant to hurt you. Think of it as protection. Filipinas have seen enough foreign men disappear the second things get easy, so she wants proof first. Proof that you can wait. Proof that you're not just here for a quick win. Number two, she introduces you to someone before she introduces you to the bedroom. This one surprises so many of you. Maybe it's a cousin who happens to be in the same mall at the same time. What a coincidence, right? Maybe it's a best friend who joins for coffee uninvited. At least it feels uninvited to you. It's not random, and it's definitely not an accident. In her mind, if something is about to become real between you two, someone she trusts needs to see you with their own eyes first. Not because she needs permission, she's a grown woman, she doesn't need anyone's approval. It's because if it goes wrong, she wants a witness who can tell her later, "Girl, I saw it too. Something was off about him." You passing that unofficial inspection, staying respectful, funny, present, matters far more than you know, and it usually happens without you ever realizing you were on trial. Number three, she feeds you. I know, this sounds simple, almost silly, but listen to me on this one. Before intimacy, a lot of Filipinas will cook for you or order your favorite food without you even asking, or show up with pasalubong, little gifts, snacks, mangoes, something small and sweet. This is not just hospitality, and it's not just culture for culture's sake. In her mind, taking care of a man's stomach is an old way of saying, I am imagining a future where I take care of you, where you come home, and I have something ready. If she's feeding you, she is quietly rehearsing being your partner, practicing the role in real time. Miss that signal, treat it like just a free meal, say thanks, and move on without noticing, and you've missed one of the clearest green lights she knows how to give a man. Number 4. She brings up money indirectly, almost like a throwaway line dropped into casual conversation. Not asking for it, not yet, maybe not ever. Testing your reaction to it. She might mention her siblings' school fees, or a medical bill for a parent, or how expensive rent got this year in the city. And the whole time she is watching your face. Does it tighten? Do you go quiet, change the subject fast, get that flicker of suspicion in your eyes? Or do you stay relaxed, maybe ask a caring follow up question, show a little empathy without immediately reaching for your wallet? This is not always a scam test, whatever the forums tell you. Most of the time, it's an honesty test. Filipina culture is deeply tied to family obligation, taking care of parents, helping siblings. It's simply how the culture operates. And she needs to know early if you're the kind of man who runs from responsibility talk. Because that tells her exactly how you'll behave later when things get real and the stakes get higher. Number five, she goes quiet about her past relationships. You'd think she'd want to open up, get closer emotionally before anything physical happens between you. Some do, sure. But a lot of Filipinas, especially the ones who've been hurt before, especially the more mature ones in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, women who've already lived a full chapter of life, they go the opposite direction entirely. They get guarded, careful, almost evasive when you ask about exes, giving you short answers, changing topics smoothly, like they've had practice doing it. That guardedness isn't distance and it isn't dishonesty. It's fear dressed up as calm. She's been let down before, maybe by a countryman who wasted years of her life, maybe even by a foreigner who promised the world in messages and then vanished the moment things got serious. Her silence is her armor, built over time, plate by plate. If you push too hard for details, demand the full story before she's ready, you'll scare her further inward instead of closer to you. Patience wins here every single time. Number six, she starts speaking Taglish with you, mixing English and Tagalog without even noticing she's doing it. At first, she was careful, proper, full English sentences, a little formal even, choosing her words with care, like she's writing an email. Then one day she slips, half English, half Tagalog. Some word you don't recognize slides right into the middle of a sentence, and she catches herself and laughs about it. That slip is intimacy. That's her subconscious relaxing around you, letting the real her, the unfiltered, off duty version of her, come out to play. Here's something no one in the Philippines will say to your face. But I will because I'm a Filipina and I'm tired of watching good men get it wrong. Most Western men who come here fail for the exact same reasons. They move too fast, they lead with their wallet, and they can't tell a woman who truly wants them from a woman who only wants what they can give. So they miss out on the real thing. A warm, loyal, genuine partner simply because nobody ever told them the truth. I'm Marian, and in How to Make Any Filipina Want You, I give you my honest playbook, the mindset that makes you attractive here, where to meet sincere women, the messages that actually get replies, and how to spot a scam a mile away. Stop guessing. It's all waiting for you in the description or in the pinned comment. Check it out. Foreigners who tease her gently about it, who ask her to teach them a word or two, who repeat it back badly and make her laugh even harder, they score major points here. It shows you're not just watching her from a distance, you're actually curious about her whole world, not just the parts she's polished for you. Number seven, she asks about your family, specifically your mother. This one throws a lot of you off completely, especially the older guys who came in expecting something else entirely. You're expecting questions about your job, your income, maybe your intentions, whether you're serious or just passing through. Instead, she wants to know, are you close to your mom? Do you call her? What does she think of Filipinas? Would she like me? This is not small talk, and it's definitely not filler conversation. In her mind, a man's relationship with his mother is basically a preview screening of how he'll treat a woman long term. If you speak about your mother with respect and warmth, even if you two don't talk every week, even if the relationship isn't perfect, you just told her everything she needed to know about your character without her ever having to ask you a single direct question about it. Number 8, she becomes protective over her appearance around you in a very specific and particular way. Not vain, protective, and there's a real difference between the two. She might avoid being seen without makeup too early in the relationship, or she'll dodge certain photos you want to take, or she gets a little shy about her body compared to how confident and outspoken she is about everything else in her life. Understand something important here. This isn't insecurity in the way Western men usually read it, and it's not about hiding flaws. It's respect for the moment, for the significance of what's happening between you. She wants the version of herself she shows you, especially early on, to be intentional, chosen, not accidental or careless. When she finally lets that guard down around you, stops fixing her hair every 5 minutes, stops worrying about the lighting or the angle, that's a real shift happening inside her. That's trust arriving quietly, without an announcement. Real quick, before I get into the rest, if Marian is making sense to you so far, do me one small favor and tap that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps me keep making these videos just for you, and it makes sure you never miss the next one. Okay, come closer because this next part is the one most men get completely wrong. Number 9. She slows down the physical pace herself, even if she's clearly attracted to you, even if the chemistry between you two is obvious to anyone watching. This confuses so many Western men, especially older guys used to dating in the West, where if a woman is interested, things tend to move at a fairly predictable, familiar rhythm. Filipina culture, especially outside the big party areas and tourist strips, still carries a lot of weight around modesty and reputation, even now, even with all the dating apps and social media in the world. A Filipina who really likes you, who's seriously considering a future with you, might actually pump the brakes harder than one who's just having fun with you for the moment. Slower doesn't mean less interested. Sometimes it means exactly the opposite. It means she takes this seriously enough to be careful with it, to protect it, because she doesn't want to lose something that actually matters to her. Number 10, she checks how you treat people who can't do anything for you. The jeepney driver, the waitress bringing your food, her lola, her grandmother at a random family gathering you got dragged to on a Sunday afternoon that ran 3 hours longer than promised. She's watching quietly, always, even when it looks like she's distracted with her cousins or her phone. If you're charming to her but dismissive or impatient with everyone else around you, short with the staff, rolling your eyes at the chaos of a big family lunch, she notices and she remembers, filing it away without saying a word. Filipinas, especially the ones who grew up with big, chaotic, tight knit families, judge character by how a man treats the people at the bottom of the room, not the people at the top. Pass that test without even knowing you were being tested. Stay kind, stay patient, laugh along with the chaos, and you've built trust that money and gifts and grand gestures could never buy you. Number 11, she brings God or church or faith into the conversation, even casually, even in passing. The Philippines is one of the most religious countries you'll ever spend time in, and even Filipinas who aren't strict about attending Mass every single Sunday still carry that framework somewhere inside them, woven into how they think about right and wrong, about commitment, about the future. She might ask if you believe in God, or mention she prayed about something on her mind, or joke that her mother is already praying for you too before you've even had a proper date. Don't roll your eyes at this. Don't dismiss it as old fashioned or irrelevant to you. This is her checking if you can respect a part of her life that runs deeper than attraction, deeper than fun, deeper than anything physical could ever reach. A little openness here, even if you're not religious yourself, even if it's simply respectful curiosity instead of belief, goes a very long way with her. And number 12, the one nobody talks about, the one that matters more than people give it credit for. She starts imagining you in her actual daily life, not just in the excitement and adrenaline of a new romance. She'll mention little things almost without thinking. What you'd think of her neighborhood, whether you'd like her favorite street food stall down the corner, what her friends would say about you if they met you properly. This sounds casual, almost like nothing worth mentioning, but it's actually huge. A massive shift happening quietly underneath the surface. It means she has stopped picturing you as a temporary excitement, a fun distraction, and started picturing you as a permanent character in her real, ordinary, everyday life, the boring parts included, not just the highlight reel. That mental shift from fantasy to reality, that's the real before. That's the moment that matters more than any single physical step that comes after it, more than any single milestone you might be counting toward. So here's the truth wrapped up in one line for you. Everything that happens before intimacy with a Filipina is never really about the physical. It's about safety, character, family, faith, and whether you're a man worth trusting with her real life, not just her attention for a night, not just a good time while you're in the country. Miss these 12 signs, walk right past them without noticing, and you'll misread the whole relationship from the very start. Catch them, respond to them the right way, with patience and respect instead of impatience and pressure, and you won't just get closer to her physically. You'll get closer to understanding a Filipina's heart, which, trust me on this one, is the real prize the whole time, the thing every man says he wants, and so few actually earn. Before you go, if you're serious about finding real love in the Philippines, I've put everything I know into one honest guide: how to make any Filipina want you. The mindset, where to meet genuine women, the green flags, the red flags, all of it. It's the playbook I wish every good man had before he came here. Grab your ebook in the description or in the pinned comment, and I'll see you there.